Welcome back to Soul to Soul Travels, and today, what are we talking about?
We are talking about things that bring us joy living here in the Netherlands.
Absolutely, and you want to know what that is? Stay tuned. You're about ready to find out.
Next on Soul to Soul Travels.
Next on Soul to Soul Travels. Right, here we are, and we are coming to you from a little bit of a different venue. We're right outside of Sweden right now, and today we're going to be talking about
Things that bring us great joy, just simple things.
Absolutely. I know in the last videos there was the flooring and things like
just
that.
Things that we noticed that were like,
Yeah,
what's
not bad
going on
things.
here?
Yeah.
Just,
More of a question type of thing.
Yeah.
But the things we're going to talk about today, and trust me when I tell you, she's got quite the list going on here. We're talking about the things that we just really, really love about the Netherlands that makes us feel good. And there's a saying, you don't know what you have until it's gone. But the flip side of that saying is, you didn't know, how does that go?
you didn't know what
You have,
you didn't know what you were missing until you have it.
you didn't know what you were missing until you have it.
Is that really a saying? I don't know. But
It's an Eric Dubois saying.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay. And here, you want to just move on with the list?
I want to copyright it right
No,
now.
yeah.
So, anyways, things we really love about the Netherlands, things that really make us feel good. Let's
Warm
go.
our hearts.
Yes, warms our hearts. Let's go. Let's start with Tammy's list because it is mega long. It's not that long, really, but she's got some good stuff. So let's go. All right, so here we are with Tammy's list. Let's jump into it. Let's see what you got on your list. By the way, we really don't know what's on each other's lists. So,
No.
but let's go.
I wrote my stuff down first for the first time. You normally are the list doer.
I don't have it written down. I'm probably going to take notes here in a second.
So the first thing is in the mornings, I love listening to the birds
Oh my gosh.
talking back and forth to each other. They're like little crows. I have never seen these types before, but they're kind of like a dark gray head with a black body, and they just kind of sit in the trees and
Here's the thing about that
back
is
and
I
forth.
could get up in the morning, and I'm not lying to you. I could get up in the morning, I don't hear a peep out of these guys. Now, I'm sure it's just a coincidence, but I can tell you this. When she gets up in the morning and she walks out into the living room, those guys just start squawking like, she's awake, she's awake. But yeah, it's great to listen to them.
Yeah, so I do love listening to the birds, and then in the springtime with the birds out in the back, I love listening to them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
And
nice.
the reason being, it may not seem like a big deal to you folks, but where we're from, we don't have birds like that. We don't have that kind of, just that atmosphere.
There's birds chirping, but sometimes we just don't pay attention to
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
yeah. And the next thing I love is when I take my walks in the morning. I just love walking through Fruze Park and just walking along the Singels throughout the neighborhood. I love watching the little ducks. Especially when the little ducks are born and the parents are teaching them how to like go along and along the water, and we basically watch the ducks growing
Exactly,
up. And it's
exactly.
so awesome to see them, their baby feathers molting and just becoming these gorgeous ducks.
Beginning to end.
Yeah, just quite
Yeah,
something.
it really is.
Something that I just never would have paid attention to before, and now I am just paying attention to all these natural things.
Well, in all fairness, we didn't have anything like that where we were from. I mean,
no,
nothing like
no,
that.
not
So,
comparing the two, but just things that
Yeah.
just really just warm my heart.
Yeah.
Along the same lines, walking through the parks when it's sunny, seeing people picnicking. I love watching the multi-generational families
Yeah.
walking like
Yeah.
the Sunday afternoons or on holidays, or even in the afternoons, just walking along. The kids are on their little tricycle things and little bikes and scooters.
I'll tell you what, when that sun comes out, obviously the Dutch come out, and everybody knows that saying. But when you're going through the park, and like Tammy says, you're seeing multi-generational. You're seeing young people and older people just enjoying the park, doing different activities. It just really, I'm telling you, it warms your heart. And again, this may be something that you have grown up with all your life. We have not.
No.
And it just feels good.
It feels awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of my joyful things have to do with my walking and stuff. Another thing is noticing all the beautiful flowers.
Oh yeah.
And just gorgeous flowers. You just see, just walking along the neighborhood streets.
They plant them right out in front of the
planters,
doors, and
there's so many different ones that it is just unbelievable to me, and they're so gorgeous in all different seasons too. So it just makes it just so nice.
It almost seems like every walk we go on, we see some sort of plant or flower that we have never seen before.
And it's just like taking the time to notice that stuff is just so awesome.
Absolutely.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Another thing I love seeing is the children being children out in school playing and during their recesses. Oh my goodness, it's like they're just running back and forth and having a good time, and it's just great. They're not sitting on phones watching phone. They're actually playing with each other, and they're not afraid that they're gonna have to like duck or scramble into a classroom because something might be going on. It is just awesome to see.
All kids, all time, in the playground. You want to talk about something that warms your heart, and again, I don't want to compare. It just warms
it's not worth
the heart. It's not worth comparing.
No.
It really is.
So along the same line, watching the parents, grandparents, what have you, walking their children to school or bicycling their children to school. Sometimes the kids are on their own little bikes. Sometimes they're with their little scooter, like the little toddlers are on their little scooters.
Scooters?
You know, running, or the little bikes that they just like
bikes
use
with
their
no pedals.
Yeah.
With their feet.
It's awesome. And
then
you
they
can
graduate
see,
up.
Right, and then you see the parents just kind of carting the little scooter back home with them, or whatever, or the kids in the bucket in the front.
I love that.
And then the children all bundled up in the front on the front of the handlebars. You know, they have the child seat in the front and then the child seat in the back, or there's one in the middle. It is just so heartwarming.
It is, and you know what's amazing about this is it's a way of life, and it is just so, like Tammy says, heartwarming to see family units coming together.
And then like the grandfather and the granddaughter bicycling down the street, and the granddaughter's just
chat. He's just sitting there listening. He'll say something, and you can see her go, but blah, 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 blah. And it's like, the communication is so heartwarming.
Awesome.
And
I
really
probably
is.
stole that from your list.
That's
sorry.
okay. I'm not even going to tell you what's on my list, but go right ahead.
Another thing, and I'm not quite sure what this is or why it is. So if someone is watching, if you could let us know.
Yeah.
But watching the parents bicycle alongside their child, and they're kind of guiding them.
Got a hand on the back, just
is it because the children wander off, or is it because
you can grab them and pull them back?
Yeah, I don't know, but I like watching that.
Yeah.
So for some reason, it just like it's just
whether it's a
reassuring
safety measure,
hand.
exactly,
It's
or it's just a
like I'm
right
there
here.
for you.
Yeah,
right.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so wait, there's more.
There's more.
When walking through the parks, I love watching the dogs play together. The dogs around here are they're very well socialized.
Heck yeah.
And there's even like, it looks like a
little training facility?
A training facility or a dog, doggy daycare or something, and they also have like training sessions for the dogs.
Absolutely.
But when you see a group of dogs out playing in the park, and then there's another dog that is walking up, their parent lets them go, and they just run for the group of dogs, and they just start playing and whatever. It is awesome. And
You can see that there's also other dogs that don't play with them, and the owner's walking by on the leash, and you can see the dog going like, "Am I going over?
Right.
Am I going over? You're gonna let me go?" And it's
Right.
like, "Oh yeah."
Oh, and then the dogs trotting along with their sticks in their mouth.
Proud trophy, sticks in your mouth.
Funny.
So
Oh my
all over the
gosh,
park, you
I
see
love
dogs with
it.
sticks in their
Right.
mouth.
And then we were just walking a couple weeks ago, and there was a group of dogs that was frolicking in the pond.
Oh my gosh.
Remember? They were just splashing
There was
around.
like 3 or 4 of them. One went in, and that was the key. All of them went in
They
after
just
that.
kind
Boom.
of followed in, and then the other dogs came up, and with their owners, of course.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you don't see stray dogs around.
No, you don't.
And so that's a really
don't.
nice thing. So, see, I just get all giddy. Just thinking about all this stuff just makes me so happy.
It is a great place to live.
Yeah.
It is a great,
See, it's
great
the small
place
things.
to live.
Didn't cost a dime. And
No,
things
yeah.
give me pleasure.
Exactly.
So-
Didn't cost a dime.
Yeah.
So anyways, is that the end of your list?
That is the end of my, it's not the end of my joyful things, but it's the end of the list that I'm going to talk about
Today.
today.
So great. Let's go ahead. Let's move on, and we're going to go ahead and move to my list. I feel like I've got to write a couple things down now.
I have a
So,
pen.
there she's got a pen. So let's move on. Let's go to my list. It's a little different, but let's move on. See what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably.
So we're on to Eric's list. Don't have a long list. And we're in a place right now, to be quite honest with you. People are coming by and they're just looking in at us, seeing what we're
Very
doing.
curious
like
to see what we're doing here.
Next person that comes by, I'm going to start stripping down. But anyway, no, I'm kidding. So things that I really love about the Netherlands, specifically, honestly, about Rotterdam. I just love Rotterdam. We love Rotterdam. Whenever we travel, we've been doing a lot of traveling lately. It's always good to be back home, and we really look at Rotterdam as our home now.
Yes, when we're talking or out and about, it's
Yeah.
we
So
talk about home, and we are referring to
we
Rotterdam.
are referring to Rotterdam.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's very nice.
it is very, very nice. It makes me feel good.
Yeah.
But one of the things I really love about Rotterdam, and the Netherlands, but Rotterdam in particular, is the history that's behind, from the Withouse to the fire lines from the bombings. And I'm going to throw up a couple of screen grabs here so you can see what I'm talking about. But it's really, really nice just to go around and learn about the history, learn about Rotterdam, what took place before the war, during the war, and after the war, and what makes Rotterdam today what it is because of the war. And that includes, the bike paths and wider roads and things like that.
Right.
But yet it still maintains its old world charm, so to speak. But I really like that. I just love the history part of it, that's for sure. The other thing that I really, really love, and I love this, is the family unit. I love the family unit. We were going someplace the other day, and we were down at the metro. And just before we got on the metro, there was a little boy with his mother, and he was raising his hands. He was so excited about he was going to have
He had his
a Kasbroja.
Kasbroja and his Eierkoke.
Eierkoke? He goes, Eierkoke?
And Kasbroja!
He was so excited. And the mom was right there. And I'll tell you, wherever you go, you see the family unit. It is very closely tied. And what makes part of that is, in my opinion, is the fact that you can see families picking up their kids from school on the bikes. This is a place that we go and we sit and we watch this all the time. And there's a few parents that'll come out. One parent will go ahead and pick up their child, put them in the seat in the front, give them a cookie. They have a chat face to face before they actually get on the bike and start to travel,
Right.
Which is really cool.
Right.
It's another little kid. I love it. I love this. Mom puts them on the bike. They drive by, and out in front of the cafe, there could be 8 people in front of that cafe.
He's waving.
Every single one. Hello. Hello.
That's
Hello.
awesome.
Every person he passes by says hello. So the family, and like Tammy had mentioned earlier, they bike together as a family. I've seen 3 people on a bike. I've seen the buckets.
Yeah.
They do things as a family, and that is just so heartwarming. I want to be careful how I say this, but the fact of the matter is kids in the Netherlands seem to be so well rounded with a family structure than they
Right.
do back in the States. I mean, that's just the way that I look at it. for me. So, anyways, I do like the biking, but the other thing that I really like and I really enjoy about the Netherlands is the people themselves.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be living, I don't want to say in harmony, but it's not like, and again, I don't want to do the comparison, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that.
But it's awesome to see.
It is.
It's awesome to walk down the street, and if you need help with something, they'll just stop and ask you if you need help with something.
will.
If they look like you're they think you're struggling with something.
They will ask.
And they're so kind. And, you know, if we're sitting somewhere and we're talking, a lot of times people will come up and just want to start talking with us.
Just have a
finding
conversation.
Out where we're from, what we're doing here,
Yep.
why we like it. It is just so
What brought you to
amazing.
Rotterdam? What
Yes.
brought you to the Netherlands?
Right.
And then you know what the nice part is? You ask them, and they are willing to tell you their story as well. They're
and
really
that's so
willing to
awesome.
converse with you.
Right,
So I really, really like that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So here's really the bottom line, just wrapping all of this up right here. I think a lot of people that live in the Netherlands don't really know how good they really
I think
have
they
it.
do. They
You
do.
think so?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But
You'll get some comments on that one,
yeah,
buddy.
or not. So, we all know what we're talking about there. So living in the Netherlands does make us feel good.
It just brings us great joy.
It brings us great joy,
Great joy.
great joy. And the people that we have come across, the friends that we have made, the people that are willing to share their story, it just really makes you appreciate exactly what you have.
Yeah.
And we're not talking monetary things,
No,
just
no,
really
just-
what you have
yeah.
in life, the peace that comes along with just living in the Netherlands. And I'll tell you what, if you think that I'm lying, why don't you try going to the United States and living in peace? That should bring some comments right there.
Yes, I'm sure it will.
Yeah, we love it here.
Yeah.
It's a great place to visit. It's even a better place
To live.
to live.
Yeah.
A much, much better place.
So thank you very much,
Yes.
everyone.
Absolutely.
That has just been so kind to us. Thank you so much for all of your subscriptions and your likes and your comments. We just love it.
Go ahead, and if you found this even remotely useful, you even remotely like it, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and like it. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't
No, it
cost you a
doesn't.
dime.
No, and then you get notified when we have a new video
You
out.
get notified when we have a new video out. Yeah. So anyways, thank you for watching.
Yes.
Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Tammy does read all the comments, that's for sure. She tries to reply, and I think she has been replying to all of them.
No,
before.
no.
No.
I've been liking a lot of them, but
Lagging
with
a
us,
little bit.
yeah.
With us traveling and so forth.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to ask for your subscription. All you need to do is hit it right here.
Boop.
So, boop. So, from Soul to Soul Travels, till next time, we'll see you there.
Tootsies.
Good thanks.